How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about FuboTV. You guys know these are one of my high conviction plays. We were able to make 100% on it. The stock has been getting beaten down as of late, so I'm going to give you guys an update for 2022 so you're prepared and we can make more profits on this. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for FuboTV. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $15.52, being down 3.84%. On the low, it tested $15.51, and then on the high, testing $16.65. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, we traded at 5.948 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 8.521 million shares. So we did have below average volume on the day, but I do see it picking up for the coming week. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it is right around 35.84. And then when we take a look at the moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 100-day, the 200-day, the 50-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. So the first thing that I want to bring to your attention, FUBO is in a bear market, but it has been in these territories before. Remember when I was telling you guys to load up on shares when it made that dip going down into the $14 range. Many of you were able to get this, but when I caught it, it was around $17. We ended up seeing a move all the way up to $35. So that is a double up right there. And I was telling you guys, take some profits. This is a growth stock at the end of the day. It's going to have those pullbacks. It's going to have those fluctuations. And why not take some profits for getting in on a solid position, right? Let's fast forward. Here we are now back testing at some key areas of support. And what I've been seeing, it seems that $15 is showing a lot of strength for FUBO. So if you are going to be thinking about a swing trade opportunity, it definitely looks like a solid position to take. But keep in mind, you want to make sure you have the right risk management because we are still fairly close to the 52-week low. But if things start turning around and we can reclaim the 21-day EMA at $17.58, things can get very interesting. We could see FUBO making that move where we have this psychological area right here at $20 and passing $20. Again, this stock could really start moving very well. That's why I wanted to bring it to your attention. So we're going to take a look at the recent short interest information for FUBO. So for the dark pool short volume ratio, it's at 29.78%. And then for the dark pool short volume being at 827,217 shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 5.4 million, updated 28 minutes ago. And then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 0.80%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 30th, it was at 33.17. And then for the close of the 31st, it was at 29.78. So we did go down, but one thing that is very clear, it still continues to have short squeeze potential. We normally look for 21% or higher, and FUBO does fulfill that criteria. So now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for FUBO. So we can see here on the inflow, it was at 11,439, and then on the outflow, it was at 13,646. So it was an outflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown on the large, it was 0. On the medium, it was 7,661, and then on the small, it was 3,778. When we take a look at the outflow side on the large, it was 0. On the medium, it was 9,461, and then on the small, it was 4,185. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for the Friday that just passed, which was the 31st, we had 0. But when you take a look at the past 5 trading days, we've had 3 outflow days for large scale orders. When we analyze the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, we had more selling than we had buying. When we take a look at the medium, we had more selling than we had buying, and of course for the large it was 0. And then when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 4.11%. So yes, this is up there, but this is a growth stock at the end of the day, and we did witness a good amount of selling pressure towards the end of the day on Friday. So this is why I'm saying keep an eye on it. This play does provide an opportunity for long-term investors and as well as swing traders. I'll talk about it more inside of the final thoughts. Let's get into it right now. So for my final thoughts for FuboTV, I do see a lot of upside in this play. When going on tip ranks and taking a look at the analyst price targets, it is around $41.29. So right away, this stock has a lot of upside. But like I say in my other videos, we can't just rely on analyst price targets. One thing that we do want to see in regards to the technicals though, is it holding up that $15 area of support. The 52-week low is around $14.64. So this is one thing to keep in mind before you jump in. So do your homework, do your due diligence, but I do see a swing trade opportunity here. It wasn't too long ago, back in the summer, when I was saying, hey, load up on some shares when it was pulling back, when it got down to the $15 range and the $16 range. Soon as when we went up to $32, $33, we were already up 100%. I was telling you guys, consider selling half your position or just taking profits overall. I know many of you sent messages saying, yes, I was able to make some good money on this play. So now that this stock is beaten up again, this is where I say, well, you know what? We might have to strike on this one. And considering that we're going into 2022 and there's a lot of catalysts that are going to be coming up for FUBO, I think it makes it even more interesting. We already know when it comes to growth stocks, it's going to have extreme fluctuations, and we take advantage of those dips. That's how we make money in the market. You do not want to be buying in at the highs, so this is why I wanted to bring it to your attention. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it still continues to have short squeeze potential. So this is why going into the new year, especially in January, if we get more volume coming into the play and there's a lot of buying pressure, this is where I want to see the stock get above $17.50 and then make that move to $20. Can it pull back? Most definitely. If we have a pullback in the market as a whole, FUBO will be impacted by this. So that's why I want to make sure I'm keeping you guys in the know. Stocks just don't go straight up. So this is something you want to keep in mind if you want to be an investor. But do know they are not profitable. This is a growth stock. They want to focus on building up their subscriber growth, plus on top of that, utilizing their sports book, which they just came out with. And considering that they are in the sports betting sector, take a look at other similar stocks. They've been getting beaten down as well. A couple of those names, we have DraftKings and Penn National Gaming. So this is why I said this sector is still young and it has a lot of upside, and this is why I'm bringing FuboTV back onto your radar. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.